It is the Division 4A Basketball Championships from the Southern Section. We're here live from Godinez High School in Santa Ana, California, here on the NFHS Network, where we are high school, alongside Gene Barnes, my color man, my partner in crime, and with the on this one, two resilient teams, two teams that know how to play in the playoffs. LaSalle, first time in the finals in quite a while for Viewpoint. They battle in a very tough Gold Coast league. Gene, this could be a battle of the age we're going to see here tonight.
Well, we got a little bit of experience with the Viewpoint, and LaSalle coming in here with a first-time coach, Coach Lynch, so it'll be interesting to see what he brings to this program.
LaSalle will win the tip, and they're going to move down from right to left, wearing their white jerseys, rather their red jerseys, black lettering and white trim. For Viewpoint, they'll be in their white jersey, the home team, blue lettering with red trim. LaSalle again winning the tip-off. Driving down to the court on the inside, it's Christian Little who loses the ball and be rebounded by Viewpoint's number 15, Aram Aslanian. Aslanian on the inside. Here's Sayo back to the top. Aslanian loses the ball, but it's going to be tipped away back along the sideline, back to the top. Now far side. Three ball on the way for Viewpoint. Side rim, no good. Tip of the rebound, and it's going to be scooped up by Matt Kern. And all of a sudden, LaSalle will take the ball and now push the ball up the other way. Spin move on the inside and a whistle. Too many steps. And that's how the game's going to get started, Gene. Again, two teams that have not seen each other all year long, but they know how to play tough schedules. For Viewpoint coming out of a league where they have Windward and Sierra Canyon. LaSalle coming out from Pasadena. The Camino Real League, also another tough league. But again, this 4A final still has a lot of talent.
But I like that last possession by the Patriots because everybody touched the ball, Manning. They really move that ball quickly. They're fast-paced, but everybody touches the ball. No single man on this team.
Three ball on the way, back iron, no good. 50-50 ball that gets pushed along the baseline, and it'll, waiting for the signal, it'll be given back to LaSalle. Already about a minute gone by, and still looking for our first bucket of the game. Again, LaSalle, a record of 23-7 overall, with head coach Mike Lynch, his first year after 19 years with Price. Well, you know the story with them. They're actually in the finals, as a matter of fact, as you can count the bucket and the foul for LaSalle. The basket good by Allen Jacobian, his first points of the night. And for LaSalle, they'll strike first.
Nice drive. He drove to the basket, put it off with the left hand, drew the body contact. Got a nice touch off the glass. Nice soft touch. Back going to the basket like that, sometimes you could be out of control, but he wasn't. He was able to have a nice touch on his release, get it to drop.
Jacobian's alone, free throw on the way up and good. So count that one. It's now a 3-0 early Lancer lead. Cross-court pass on the outside. It's Knox. Knox back to the top. Launches it back down to Knox. Right up to the top of the key. A nice spin move. Get tangled up. Loose ball in midcourt. Knox trying to kill him possession. But it's LaSalle coming on the steal. One-on-one and getting caught his hand in the cookie jar is LaSalle. Losing control of the basketball. Rather, Viewpoint losing control of the basketball. And already two team fouls coming for Viewpoint. Waiting for the signal to see where the foul is going to be on. That'll be called against Cody Knox. So for Knox, that'll be his first. And already the team's second. On the inside, right along the baseline, here's Jacobian. Jacobian, near side, it's Oye Little. Little back to the top, right over to Johnny Knox. Trying to find his way to set the offense. It'll take the free ball on the way. Side rim, no good. Loose ball along the baseline. It's going to be tipped, and it'll stay with LaSalle. A late save. That'll keep the ball right on this side.
Yeah, Knox tried it. I mean, it looked like Knox tried to save that ball, Manny, but his foot was on the line as he tried to do that.
So for LaSalle, they'll keep the ball here. They've had the ball for most of this first quarter with a couple of turnovers here and there. Cross move by Knox. They'll stay outside now, drive. Baseline pass to Jacobian. Nothing but air on the shot, and Viewpoint will come up with the basketball. Jazang taking the ball, trying to go coast to coast. Instead, it'll be Seo Dinloy who will drive it into the hoop, lay it up, reverse, and in to the hoop it goes. First point for Viewpoint. And a quick pass that goes along the baseline. And it'll stay right here after a great effort after the lay-in by Denolian.
Yeah, Denolian, he had a nice drive, and he put it with the left hand. His body was going across the key like that, but yet he stuck his arm out there, was able to get a touch off the glass. Nice job. Nice body control.
2 minutes gone by, and it's an early 3-2 Lancer lead. LaSalle taking on Viewpoint here in the 4A Division Southern Section Boys Final. Along the baseline, tangled up. He will get pushed off. An easy foul call as Oi Little was driving to the hoop. Already for Cody Knox, who gets called for the foul. That's his second, and already the team's third, so 2 fouls coming. Have to wait to see what head coach Mike Lynch will do.
Yeah, Oi Little, he drove to the basket. Knox got caught reaching, trying to strip the ball, but got part of his left arm. Was called for the reach-in foul and puts Oi Little to the line for 2 shots.
Oi Little makes the first of 2. And Knox will be coming out. So coming in will be number 24, Randall White. Again, bringing in a little bit of height, but again, you lose a starter already so early, about 2.5 already in. Second free throw on the way, and that's up and good. So a 5-2 LaSalle lead. 2.5 already gone by in this first quarter of play. Double team pushed away, and he drives in. It's Arslanian. Will go from midcourt and drives it to the hoop. Arslanian, his first points of the night. Cuts the lead back down to 1.
Way to break the press. He had a double trap there. He broke in between them, pushed the ball to the basket, got it to drop.
Might have gotten away with the travel call, but instead he'll push it inside to Samuel Robinson. And he'll get the bucket, and a timeout called as head coach J.J. Prince not liking what he's seeing. Well, if you were in the huddle right now, I wouldn't want to be there. He's right there in your face. He is not pleased with the performance so far.
That's the kind of time you want to have some earplugs, man, and just do a lot of lip reading, you know. And then, what'd you say, Coach? You know, because, boy, they just had some deep penetration in there. They had a trap out here that wasn't able to stop, and the Lancers were able to push that through and get the basket. Then they turn around here and they give up penetration and like that. So not happy with it. I mean, it's only a 7-4 ball game here, but you know he's not pleased with already one of his starters with 2 fouls, and then he sees something like that underneath sloppy play where they get easy drive to the basket. So take the time out, get in their face a little bit, rattle the knees, rattle the boots. Let's get going.
Well, you can tell the expectations for head coach J.J. Prince. Again, they play in a very tough Gold Coast league where you have schools like Windward and Sierra Canyon, 2 teams that are in the, well, what we call the open division. They're playing against top-notch schools. So for Viewpoint, they're definitely ready for a battle here tonight. On the inside along the baseline, get tangled up. But the second chance, third chance, not going to happen as Christian Oi Little was trying to fight for the rebound, but instead he'll get tangled up. So actually instead it'll be Michael Okorocha who will head down to the line to shoot 2 as he was hit hard along the baseline. First free throw on the way. That'll rattle in and out. No good.
And Michael got 2 offensive rebounds on those putbacks, man. He didn't get them to drop, but he got the foul. Didn't convert. See if he can do the second.
Second free throw on the way, up and true. So he'll get the 1 of 2, and he'll cut it back to a 2-point deficit. Again, trading baskets kind of back and forth, but for LaSalle, they have had complete control in these last 3.5 minutes. Driving to the baseline, tip ball by LaSalle, tangled, and it'll be scooped up here by Viewpoint. Here is Denloy. We'll go coast to coast, nothing but air on the lane, and it'll be LaSalle on the rebound, but a whistle as he had his foot on the line. Samuel Robinson on the rebound. It'll stay to Viewpoint with the shot clock staying at 29.
The dilemma was out of control. He was hoping to get bailed out with a foul. Didn't get the call, but they maintained the possession since it went off one of the Lancers.
High pass, but just scooped up there. Arslanian back to the top of the key. It's Jazang. Jazang on the inside. How about that? The putback. Count the bucket and the foul. The man coming in, Michael Okparocha.
Second team foul. Number 5, Christian Oi Little, the foul first of the game.
So for LaSalle, that'll be Christian Oi Little, his first foul today, and already the team's third.
Opportunity for a 3-point play here for the Patriots.
Only missed 1 of 2 the last time around, but this time he will hit the closeout for the 3-point play, and that's going to be Viewpoint's first lead of the night at 8-7. Top of the key, it's Oi Little. Trying to find a lane, and instead he'll actually try to take it, contesting, and gets the kiss off the glass and in. Oi Little's first field goal of the night. And now to trading baskets again. LaSalle on top by 1. Great effort by Oi Little, fighting for the steal, but just missing an opportunity as his foot was out of bounds, trying to save the basketball in bounds.
You gotta like Oi Little in that last drive, though, man. He had really good body control as he was going through arms there, going through all these players for the Patriots team, was able to get it off the glass and get it to drop. And then he comes down here and almost makes a great save.
30 on the shot clock now, top of the key as Viewpoint here again down by 1 as they've been trading baskets back and forth. Here is Jazang. Jazang, top of the key. Now on the inside, it is Denloy. Back to Jazang, driving inside, contested. And how about that by Samuel Robinson? On the inside, the Viewpoint will pick the ball right back up. Denloy on the outside, 3 ball on the way. Back iron, no good. LaSalle on the rebound, now trying to go coast to coast. It's Johnny Knox who gets pushed, but gets called for the foul.
Nice outlet pass by Espinoza, seeing his teammate up ahead, unselfishly gives it up to get the layup attempt and gets fouled in the process.
Already 4 fouls for Viewpoint. And for Johnny Knox, yet again here, going to the line. First free throw on the way, and that's up, that'll fall true. It seems like, Gene, the kind of game we're going to see tonight where, well, the last game, the women's game that you called, or the girls' game rather, a lot of whistles. I think this game around, it's kind of like the same setup. Already 6 fouls in the first 4.5 minutes.
Yeah, the officials really were trying to set the tone there in that first game with the girls. A lot of hand checking was called and things like that. This game as well, the officials trying to settle them down, play with control, and they're going to rack up the fouls.
11-8 now as LaSalle increases their lead back, matching their biggest lead of the night at 3. Crossing the timeline, it is Viewpoint. Contested outside. It is Dinloy. Back to the top, it's Jazang. Jazang back to Dinloy with now 15 on the shot clock. Jazang tries to find a lane, but he sees the window close. Back to the top, here's Dinloy. Dinloy gets tangled up. Finds an open Jazang. Jazang to the baseline. Inside pass, and how about that kiss? And in. It's Michael Okparacha. He's got 6 on the day, leading the team coming off the bench.
Yeah, he's got 6 in this quarter, and he got a nice feed. Nice feed off the penetration. Drove to the basket, saw him open, unselfishly gave it up.
LaSalle's 3-ball bingo! That's Michael Amirio. First 3 and first field goal of the night. And it's now the biggest lead for LaSalle at 14-10. Jazang, top, Dinloy, back to Jazang, top of the key, finds a lane, he'll get hit hard, but no foul call as Samuel Robinson goes inside.
Samuel Robinson hits the second time they've had one of the Patriots charge of the basket, man. And he's held his ground, he's held his body, he's had collision, but they haven't called it, and the ball went out of bounds. Both times the ball maintains with Viewpoint, but they're trying to intimidate in the middle, and they're not doing it.
Yeah, he's definitely a big boy inside, and that's definitely the one guy you want to have, especially with a lot of size here for LaSalle. 3-ball on the way, Jazang, side rim, no good. But how about the effort there by Mike Jones from Viewpoint to scoop up the rebound from the top of the key. But instead, on a steal, coast to coast, it's Oye Little off the glass and in. 6 points on the night for Oye Little.
Nice
and
anticipation.
on the other end, Oye Little. How about that? When I'm looking up, he's on the other side of the court, Gene.
Hey, the court is 94 feet. I'll tell you, 47 and 47, that guy can travel fast. He just did a layup, and then he makes a defensive save on the other end.
It's like you blink, and he's already got your dinner ready, if anything. My goodness. He can do it all and then some.
That's the kind of waiter I want serving my table.
Exactly. Nonetheless, 16-10, biggest lead of the night now for Viewpoint. Contested layup off the glass and in. It is going to be Alam Arslanian with the layup off the glass and in. Cuts the lead back down to 4. Under 2 to go here in this first quarter of play. Johnny Knox, 3-ball on the way. Front iron, no good. On the rebound, it is Mike Jones of Viewpoint. It's Jazang. 3-ball on the way. Bingo! Denloy with a 3-ball. Big one on the night. And that cuts the lead back down to 1. 5 points of the night for Denloy.
Fast-paced first quarter, Manny. Are these guys going to have enough energy to last 4? Or the shot's going to start coming up short?
Contested layup off the glass, no good. Nothing but air. Second chance tip ball, and it'll be Viewpoint, who could not hang on to the basketball. No foul call, but here comes Viewpoint the other way, and this time they'll draw it right at midcourt. They're going back and forth as Denloy is coming up slow as he's limping off. He seems to be okay, maybe asking for a sub. Either way, a lot of commotion there right under the hoop on the Viewpoint side.
Oye Little picked up his second foul. as quick as he was back on offense and defense, now Coach Lynch is going to have to sit him down with 2 quick personal fouls here in this first period.
Number 32, Connie Jones.
Drawing a couple of fouls here and there, already 4 for Viewpoint, 3 on the other end for LaSalle. 7 fouls combined in this first quarter of play. Minute 10 here in this first quarter. Again, LaSalle here, who have led for most of the game, saw the lead dwindle a bit and actually lost it, but they picked it up with a lead as high as 6. On the outside, far side, back to the top, it is Arslanian. Inside, it's Grusho who checked in. Baseline pass, 3 ball in the way, in and out, no good. They're taken by Jazang, and a whistle right along the sideline, right in front of LaSalle's bench as the ball goes out of bounds.
You gotta like the fact the Patriots are very patient. LaSalle in that 2-3 zone, and they're very patient. They're looking for somebody to pop up from underneath, coming up to the elbow on the weak side, and they're trying to get some type of a pick or some type of a pop-up shot inside to penetrate that 2-3 zone that the Lancers are putting out there.
Knox here finds a man inside, trying to drive, contested. Nice pass inside, but it's going to be loose and picked up here by Viewpoint on the seal. The shot clock will be off with under 30 to go in this first quarter. It's Arslanian at the timeline. 20 on the game clock against shot clock off, and I believe he and Viewpoint will most likely take this final shot of this quarter.
Look for Jones to come up from the baseline. Somebody's going to be coming up from the baseline into that void. There it is. There's the pick. It didn't use it.
Open pass, but it's going to be Arslanian again. He'll try to go back. Hand shot on the way. Front iron, no good. And with no time on, they're not going to count the shot anyway on the last play. And that'll count and close out the first quarter of play. A very tightly contested battle, though LaSalle had a lead as big as 6. Right now, Gene, it's a 1-point LaSalle lead. But right now, you can tell that LaSalle looks a little too comfortable compared to what Viewpoint's playing right now.
Yeah, but LaSalle looks very patient on defense, and I like that. Even though they're in that 2-3 zone and the Patriots are trying to exploit that middle, they're not collapsing, they're not rotating, they're staying with it, they're moving with the ball. The weak side is protecting the weak side. They're coming up from the top. On offense, LaSalle's really trying to fast-pace that offense. They're really pushing the ball. That little time when he got that outlet and the turnaround got back on defense. So it looks like Coach Lynch is really wanting them offensively to run, and on defensively patient with that 2-3 zone. Don't commit, don't overplay, don't come out and trap, don't extend. Keep the passing lanes and the cutting lanes open.
And that's the thing here for Lynch. Again, he brought all that mentality from Price last year to LaSalle. In fact, from 19 years, he coached at Price and again took him to section titles, and they were a nobody school team. I mean, Price was that little school in LA. Yeah, they were in the Southern section, but they were unknown at all. I mean, they were that small private school that sends the kids a good colleges here, so to speak. And then they took him to section titles year after year, won a state title a few years back, and now that mentality is brought to the Lancers.
And the Lancers are, in his first year, he's really embedded in this, and look how far he's gotten them.
It's all about selling what you have, and he sold it really well. 1 game away from a section title. Jazang, top of the key, 22 on the shot clock. Viewpoint with the basketball. On the inside, Arslanian, who loses the ball. So it goes out of bounds. It was last touch on LaSalle as they went in on the steal.
Arslanian, again, man, he's coming up from the weak side down post block. He's coming up and trying to find that opening in that 2-3 zone so they could hit him, maybe run a pick and roll off it, or maybe he can turn around and get a jump shot or look to drive to the basket.
17 on the shot clock. Arslanian with the basketball. Back to the top. It's Jazang. Jazang double team. He'll far pass down to Randall White on the inside. How about that Arslanian, who finds the slot inside pass, and he'll get the bucket with the kiss, and they now lead by 1, first time tonight.
Nice moving without the ball. He's got the ball into the elbow area, broke to the basket. They hit him. He got the basket in underneath.
3 ball on the way. Back iron no good by LaSalle, and now the offense might be sputtering just a tad. Jazang back dribble on the inside. Arslanian coming out of nowhere, but will get contested, and LaSalle will pick up the basketball. On the other end, here is Oi Little going coast to coast, and he'll draw the fouls. He got hit hard right to the baseline.
Foul on Viewpoint.
It'll be called against Mike Jones.
And Oi Little did do that with, remember, he's doing that with 2 personal fouls. He could have possibly picked up a third if Jones was able to hold his ground and get the charge. That would have been his 3rd foul.
Oi Little here to the line. He was 2 for 2 in the first quarter, trying to stay perfect. Already 5 team fouls. for LaSalle. Rather for Viewpoint. First free throw on the way, and that's up and good. It's again where we're going to kind of expect to see, again, two teams that, well, they're not familiar with each other, but they know their style of play. Wouldn't see this lead going as any bigger than maybe 6 or 7 throughout the night.
Yeah, they're going to be back and forth. We may get a lot of lead changes and stuff like that, but it's going to be back and forth.
Second free throw in and out, no good. So Little now 3 for 4 at the charity stripe. On the inside, and an easy steal on the inside. It is Sean Espinoza. Layup on the way, no good, but the offensive putback by Alan Okobian. Again, out of nowhere, sneaks right through, and he gets a layup and in. 19-17.
Good job by Okobian. The thing he didn't do, man, is he didn't bring it down. He kept it over his shoulders, went back up strong to the glass, and got the 2 points for the Lancers.
Trying to reset the offense. Here's Arslanian on the inside. Mike Jones, kick out pass, 3 ball on the way. It is Randall White, side rim, no good. And a whistle. Loose ball foul inside. It'll stay to Viewpoint. It'll be called against Christian Oyelittle, and already for Oyelittle. That's his 3rd foul of the night.
He's going to have to probably come out for the rest of this first half because they can't afford to lose him.
And that's exactly what they're going to do, as Oyelittle will come out, and coming in to replace him, Jordan Gonzalez. So Gonzalez, they definitely lose a lot of skills. Oyelittle, again, the big man who fights inside. He comes out of nowhere, speeding all across that 94 feet on the court.
Yeah, he's got that speed. They're going to miss that on defense and on offense.
Jazang outside to Jones, back to Jazang on the inside. Spin move, and it's going to be on the inside of Arslanian. A great contest as he gets the kiss off the glass, and then 8 points on the night. Drive in. Baseline, no good, and on the rebound, Mike Jones, who fights for that rebound. Jazang outside, thought 3 ball, but no. How about that nifty move, but can't get the bucket, but gets the whistle anyway, as Seo Denloy will drive to the hoop.
Yeah, he drove to the basket. He looked like he beat his man, and then he got fouled on the arm. Foul's going to be called.
Foul called against Samuel Robinson, his first. And already the 5th team foul. First free throw on the way by Denloy, and that's up and no good. And the last thing you want to do for Viewpoint is when you get to the line, you don't want to be missing those free chances, Gene.
No, you got to capitalize on that. You know, we're tied at 19. Right now it doesn't look important, but it will at the end.
It definitely adds up as both free throws up and no good. So Denloy, who had a great chance at the bucket and actually had a chance at 2 free throws, missed them both. Espinoza with the basketball at the timeline. Looks at a screen from Robinson and see he'll push him away. He'll try to go and gets it off, and it's going to be tipped slightly there by Okaracha. Here's on the inside, loose ball along the baseline, and it'll be LaSalle on the pickup. Trying to go on a fast break. Kick out outside. Espinoza. Say no, thank you! My goodness! Michael Okaracha! Oh, me, oh, my!
And then we had a foul call, a carryover call on Espinoza after the block. As he regained possession after the block was made, and then he carried the ball over. What a block.
And that was right in front of the Viewpoint fan club. And you're going to feel that one for days. Back iron and off the top, no good. Rebounded by Robinson. Still tied up at 19. 3 minutes gone by in this second quarter. What a game we're seeing here, Gene. Thought about the shot, loose ball back to the top. On the outside, Espinoza, 3 ball on the way. Can't redeem himself, no good. As it's rebounded by Mike Jones of the Viewpoint.
Little pick and roll run by LaSalle. Wasn't able to capitalize on that last option.
Kick out Denloy, Pico! Sayo Denloy, first 3 ball, actually second of the night. A perfect 2 for 2. And it's now a 22-19. Viewpoint lead their biggest of the night.
Going 8 points in this first half.
Espinoza will go baseline from 8 feet, gets nothing but air, and a loose ball foul after the shot. It's going to be called against Viewpoint, and it'll be against number 21, Christian Juzang, and that's going to be his second. And already another sub coming in as Juzang might take a bit of a breather just because of the foul situation. Already, few players already in foul trouble on both sides.
Yeah, the whistles have been blowing tonight.
Just doesn't seem that way. If we've only had 11 team fouls on both ends. No one's even in the bonus yet. Loose ball on the inside, I believe scooped up there by Michael Amiri. To the top, it's Johnny Knox near the timeline. Sees the shot clock. She's the game clock with under 25 left to shoot. Knox contested, drives, and gets hit. Tangled up. Mike Jones thought he had all ball, but the ref says otherwise.
Number 1, Mike Jones with a foul.
That's Jones' second personal foul.
And again, another player with more than one personal foul on Viewpoint side. Like you mentioned, Gene, the fouls just keep adding up.
We had, in that first contest, we had 2 disqualified players, so you know it ends up coming to get you at the end, and then you limit to, it's going to show your benches that as well.
Knox's first free throw up and good. Jones will take a beautiful breather as he also coming off the bench. He easily picked up 2 fouls, so getting a bit of a lecture from J.J. Prince. He'll come back in shortly, but again, might not see him until the second half. Knox, second free throw on the way, up and good. He's got 4 points on the night, all of which are free throws. 4:15 left to go, and again, LaSalle here, down now by 1. Had a nifty lead, but it seemed that dwindled by Viewpoint's resurgent offense. Along the baseline, kick out pass. It's Denloy, 3-ball on the way, 2 for 3 as he couldn't make that one. Loose ball on the outside, last touch there by the Patriots. That'll be given back to the Lancers. Under 4 left to go, and again, we've seen only a lead as high as 6 for LaSalle, but since then, well, it's been all back and forth with a lot of whistles here and there if you're just joining us, with here Viewpoint leading by 1.
A lot of whistles, a lot of pushing the ball up the course. Fast pace, both sides of the ball, both teams.
Knox here with the basketball, right at the timeline. Sees a screen by Espinoza. He'll take it himself. How about that fancy footwork? Gets the rattle home on the inside from about 8 feet out. And now the Lancers regain the lead. First field goal of the night for Johnny Knox. To the top, it's Arslanian. On the outside, it is Denloy. Back to Cody Knox. Knox thinking about it, but instead Denloy with the basketball. On the outside, back to Knox. Takeout pass along the baseline. It's Randall White. Contested, Arslanian. Almost had the ball. Pickpocketed, and a rejection! Samuel Robinson, stand up and pow! Got me out of my chair, Gene.
You know, when you ever heard that, return your mail? That one got returned.
Return to sender, and hey, you know what? They're not open Friday nights, but the overnight package, send that back for delivery. Espinoza, beautiful kick-out pass inside. Can he finish? No, but he'll get the whistle anyway, and J.J. Prince not liking the call. Maybe a bit of a ticky-tack, but either way, it'll be LaSalle going to the line.
That's White's first foul. Boy, I tell you, the King Elvis turned in his tomb on that one. Return that to sender, baby.
A great matchup we're seeing here in this Division 4A final as Alan Akobian will head out of the line. He's a 1 for 1, trying to go 3 for 3. First free throw, well, that's not going to happen as he, well, he tried.
Well, after that shot, construction is good.
Maybe a little bit shaken up either way. Here, LaSalle leading by 1. Again, trading leads back and forth. LaSalle just joining us had a lead as big as 5, or rather 6. Second free throw missing both. Now 1 for 3 from the charity stripe.
And that's something that if I'm the opposing coach, I'm looking at that crunch time. That's the guy you want to foul because those things were layered bricks.
Cody Knox might have taken a bit too many steps. I believe the rule is 2, not 3 steps, and he took exactly that. So LaSalle will have the basketball here again, leading by 1. And like you mentioned, Gene, with so many free throws already in this game, it definitely might add up as you get down to the haywire. It is Johnny Knox who draws another foul. Oparacha.
I've done officiating for a long time, too, and I'll tell you, the last thing you want to do is be recognized, and these officials are being recognized. It's not the officials that people want to see.
19 fouls already for Viewpoint, and if you add that up in the first half, that'll definitely carry in the second with so many players in foul trouble. Free throw on the way, that's up and no good, so the bonus can't fall true. John Knox's Also, first free throw missed of the night. Baseline, it's Cody Knox. Knox looking for a man inside. He'll kick it over to Okorocha, who loses the basketball, and it's Johnny Knox trying to go the other way. On a 1-on-4, he'll back up to reset the offense.
Smart decision. 1 of 4. You're not going to win those.
Kenneth Franklin trying to go for the 2. Can't get it, but Robinson there on the rebound. Knox from about 30 feet out for an iron, no good. And it's going to be rebounded on the Tango 50-50 ball whistle inside, and it'll go the other way. It'll be called against A.J. Akobian for LaSalle. That's going to be just his first. 15 team fouls, but most of them being called against the Patriots.
Jones comes into the game for Akobian. 2:04 and counting as we close down this quarter, man.
Trying to get a bit of a breather before the end of that first half. Have to cross the timeline quickly, and they just do as Cody Knox missed out on that 10-second call. Dinloy, top of the key. Back to Dinloy, drives to the baseline. Kick-out pass was looking for Randall White. LaSalle said they didn't touch it, but the refs say otherwise. They're going to keep it right here to Viewpoint.
I think Samuel Reisman, he's flicked in his hand, number 44. I think it went off his hand. He's trying not to show noticeably that he did it, but he's wiggling his fingers, and that's the dead giveaway.
3 ball in the way. It's Arslanian. Back iron, no good. And it's going to be rebounded by LaSalle. And a tangle up, and again, another foul. Cody Knox just can't believe it.
And that, if I'm correct, that's his third personal.
And that is his third foul of the game.
At the line for the Lancers, number 14.
It's been so hard to keep track of foul, Gene. So what would you have right now for fouls? Out of curiosity here for the Patriots. What do you got?
I don't know. I'm going through my second pencil already.
That many, but you already have at least 4 players in foul trouble with at least 2 fouls. Free throw on the way.
In the game for Viewpoint,
They're taken. Who drew the foul by number 14, Kenneth Franklin, and that's going to be up and no good.
Well, in the first quarter, unofficially, we had a total of 8 free throws. 5 and 3 was that. And we've had a lot taken here in this second quarter, I'll tell you that.
So Franklin here at the line misses the first of 2, and with so many free throws here taken, Gene, by LaSalle, it's shocking to see this lead only at 1, now at 2. They could easily be up by maybe 4 or 5 possessions.
In this quarter alone, I have them for 9 free throw attempts and missed 5.
That's quite a bit, especially when you're shooting under 50%. Shot on the way, no good, but LaSalle will scoop up the basketball. Samuel Robinson will eat that one up. Johnny Knox with the basketball, under 80 ticks left. Knox thinking another foul.
On the
Foul on Viewpoint.
And it'll be against Viewpoint as Knox was driving to the basket.
Fouls on number 23, Sammy
It'll be
Crusoe,
called
fouls
against
first of the game.
Johnny Knox. That's his first.
Number 23, Johnny Knox.
Rather, Knox going to the line. It'll be called against Sammy Grusho for Viewpoint. That's his first. Free throw there by Knox, up and good.
In the double penalty, double bonus, he'll get 2 free throws. It was on the drive. It wasn't a shooting foul, but because of the bonus, he'll get 2.
Either way, like you mentioned, Gene, so those 2 free throws definitely coming into play, and Johnny Knox definitely the best free throw shooter as he could not finish. Well, I guess I spoke a bit too soon. It's still now a 1-possession game, 5 for 11 at the charity stripe here for LaSalle and the Lancers. Only on top by 3. Dinloy with the basketball. Arslanian contested, 3 ball on the way. Side rim, no good, rebounded by Robinson. Here's Knox now going the other way. How about that 2-step, but can't get the lay-in as Viewpoint will steal up the basketball.
Oh,
Dinloy, though, will get called for that carry over.
Yeah, he's going a little too fast. This is one of those ones where you see red lights behind you, so you start slowing down. Well, he was going way too fast, and in this case, the stripes were behind him.
Maybe he got caught tailgating a bit, and he kind of panicked, and, well, that's when the refs, guess you can say, so to speak, gave him a ticket.
Yeah, or a violation.
That too. Well, that's what it is.
There you go.
Hey, there you go. So, LaSalle here with the ball. About a 15-second difference, or rather 14-second difference between the shot and the game clock. Knox, kick out, 3 ball, Espinoza. Count the bucket and the foul! It's rather Michael Ameri with the 3 ball coming out of nowhere. And he'll try to close out the 4-point play.
What a great shot from the baseline. with a player coming right at him, flying at him, he's able to nail that three.
Mary here trying to go.
4-point play.
Shot on the way, and that's going to rattle its way in. He's got 7 points on the night, and with that, a 7-point Lancer lead, and they look to be taking control. Shot clock is off. Dinloy outside. Back to Dinloy now, double team. Looks for a kick out inside. Nice nifty footwork inside by Michael Okparacha. And he'll get the kiss off the glass and in to cut the lead down to 5. 10 on the game clock now as Johnny Knox will have the basketball. LaSalle will definitely take the last shot. 5 seconds left. Knox looking for room. He'll spin. 3-ball in the way. Can't get it. Nothing but glass. And that's how the first half will come to a close. A 29-24 LaSalle lead. They definitely took command in those last 4 minutes of that first half.
Yeah, they did. And they made some big plays. They had a shot from the corner by Armiro. He made that three. Possible 4-point play. They've hit some free throws. Knox hit some free throws. He was 3 out of 5 in that quarter. So a good second quarter by LaSalle. A lot of adjustments have to be made offensively for the Patriots. They're getting the pop-up in on between the 2-3, but they're not capitalized on it. When they close on it, they feed the baseline or they kick it out to the corner. So a lot of, Coach Price and Coach Lynch are really going to go to the boards there and see what they can do to make some adjustments here for the second half. But an entertaining first half.
Oh, definitely. And, Gene, it's been a great game so far, and I wouldn't be surprised if it, with a game like this, would definitely go down to the wire. Nonetheless, it's LaSalle leading by 5, a score of 29-24. Got a halftime adjustments before we get you out to the second half in just a few. This is exclusive coverage of Southern Section basketball right here on the NFHS Network, where we are high school. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life. It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life. It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life. This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life.
Now you can create your own tour of Italy from Olive Garden's most mouth-watering dishes, starting at $12.99. Choose 3 of 10 classic favorites to enjoy on one plate, like our delicious new shrimp ravioli with lobster Alfredo, a filled pasta like irresistible tortellini al forno, and a classic like creamy fettuccine Alfredo, plus unlimited salad and freshly baked breadsticks. Because the best tour of Italy is the one you create. Only at Olive Garden. We're all family here. Breadstick lovers, your new favorite lunches here. Breadstick sandwiches. Now you can create your own tour of Italy from Olive Garden's most mouth-watering dishes, starting at $12.99. Choose 3 of 10 classic favorites to enjoy on one plate, like our delicious new shrimp ravioli with lobster Alfredo, a filled pasta like irresistible tortellini al forno, and a classic like creamy fettuccine Alfredo, plus unlimited salad and freshly baked breadsticks. Because the best tour of Italy is the one you create. Only at Olive Garden. We're all family here. Breadstick lovers, your new favorite lunches here. Breadstick sandwiches.
Coaches teach your kids to dream. Coaches teach your kids to overcome. Coaches teach your kids good sportsmanship. Coaches teach your kids proper technique. But who teaches your coaches? Coaches teach your kids to dream. Coaches teach your kids to overcome. Coaches teach your kids good sportsmanship. Coaches teach your kids proper technique. But who teaches your coaches?
Doesn't it seem like the wireless world today could use a smile? At Cricket Wireless, we think so. That's why prices for our plans are all in, taxes and fees included. And we've got more 4G LTE coverage nationwide than T-Mobile or Sprint. That's a whole lot of network for not a lot of dough. It's what makes Cricket the happiest place in the whole wireless world.
National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life. It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life. It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life. This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick, but these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community.
Welcome back here to Godinez High School on the campus of Godinez High School. Here alongside Gene Barnes, many with the call on this one. It is the Division 4A Southern Section Boys Basketball Final as LaSalle leads it by a score of 29-24. And really, Gene, the big story of the day has been the amount of fouls and really the amount of foul trouble that Viewpoint's picked up. We have a grand total of 4 players in foul trouble. Cody Knox, one of them, he's got 3 fouls.
Yeah, they got 3 fouls, and so does LaSalle. LaSalle has Christian or Little with 3 fouls. But that second quarter, Manny, the Lancers outscored the Patriots 13-9 in that quarter, and they were at the line quite a bit in that second quarter. So they got about 7 points at the line of the 13. So half of their points was on free throws in that second quarter, and that's why they're ahead 29-24.
Well, they definitely picked them up near the end of that first half. A little wearisome when they missed a few in the beginning, but they kind of picked it up a little bit, and hence why they have it's not really comfortable, but it's at the very least a decent 5-point lead as they kind of went in the locker room and kind of regrouped a little bit to see what they can do to kind of overcome what Viewpoint's doing in this second half of play, as it'll be LaSalle that'll take the basketball. This time they're going to be going from right to left, and a rejection, Joseng, coast to coast, and the lay-in it goes. Christian Joseng, he's got 10 on the night, and the lead quickly cut down to 3.
And I'll tell you something right now, Espinosa's got to be kicking himself. That's the second time he's been rejected.
Just didn't learn after the first one as he was hit baseline by Cody Knox. On the other end, though, here comes a Viewpoint, and quickly they get 2 big buckets, this time by Aram Aslanian. It's now a 1-point lead, and all of a sudden that LaSalle lead vanishing rather quickly. It is Okparacha. Off the glass, no good. A tangle up on the rebound, 50-50. Last touch there by Viewpoint.
And the adjustments at halftime that was made by Coach Price, he really did something, because they've come out right out of the chute with 4 quick points.
So very quickly, this LaSalle team has all of a sudden seen this lead dwindle in, quite a heartbeat. To the top. Okparacha, Oye Little. Oye Little goes layup, no good, gets his own rebound. Gets tangled up against Arslanian. And it'll be a foul against Arslanian instead. That'll be his first, though. But it's starting to pile up a bit.
Yeah, he's reaching in as Oye Little got the offensive rebound, was trying to go back up. He was trying to tie him up, but the referee said he got him on the arm. But I would thought this was going to be on the ground, but no, they're going to give him free throws.
Yeah, I thought so too, but the referees decide he'll go to the line here to see if he can make this a 3-point lead. Oye Little to the line. He's a 3 for 4 from the stripe. First one on the way, and that's going to fall true.
You know, when you're trying to tie somebody up and you foul and you're reaching in, I don't consider the other person taking a shot. I don't understand why they're giving them free throws on this, but nonetheless, the Lancers will take advantage of it. They got 1. Let's see if he can get 2 on this.
Oye Little now ready to go. He's got a grand total of 9 points on the night. Second one. He's got now make it 10. So a 31-28 advantage.
And Little's 5 for 6 at the line, so definitely something to keep in mind for your Coach Price.
And definitely strong free throws with Oye Little and Johnny Knox, who have been near perfect from the charity stripe tonight. Joseng back to the top. It is Cody Knox. Knox to Dinloy. 10 on the shot clock. Knox looks for a screen. He'll go from about 15 feet. Front iron, no good. And it's going to be scooped up on the rebound by Oye Little. Coming on the other end, contested, can't get the layup. And now Viewpoint will go quickly coast to coast. Along the baseline, Jazang, count the bucket, and the foul. Christian Jazang gets the foul, and he'll try to close it out for the three-point play.
And the foul is going to be called on Reisman, 44.
Foul number 44, Sam Reisman with the foul, second of the game. First team foul.
Jazang already 4 points, all of which have come in this third quarter. A chance to tie the game, and that he will as that free throw falls true. Got a brand new ball game, Gene. It was a 5-point lead. All of a sudden, LaSalle has given it right back. It's tied at 31.
They're outscored him 7-2 real quick here, but 2 minutes into this quarter.
Oye Little along the near side. Opposite side of his own bench. Oye Little, beautiful pass inside to Samuel, who gets the kiss off the glass. And in.
Nice play by the big man, knowing where he was. He had to go on opposite side of the basket to get the reverse lay-in.
Johnny Knox rather lose the ball, and that's actually going to be picked up by Oye Little. Thinking about going coast to coast, gets hit, gets rejected, but on the putback, it is Alan Okobian.
You got to like the aggressiveness by Oye Little. I mean, he's playing like this at this pace with 3 personal fouls.
Yeah, playing with such aggression. Not letting up, though. 3 ball in the way. Big go, Christian Jazang, the man of the hour. A grand total of 6 points out of the 8 scored by the Patriots in this third quarter. Back to the top, it's Oye Little. On the outside, it's Johnny Knox. Will try to return to center. 3 ball, no good. Rebounded there by Arslanian. Crossing the timeline, he'll try to go from about 15, rattling in and out, no good. Off the head and out of bounds. Last touch by Okobian.
Did we get changed to soccer here or something? I mean, that was a header if I ever saw one.
That was textbook, too.
And he did it right out of bounds. I mean, no hands, no legs, no arms. Watch this. I'm going to get an assist.
Unfortunately,
wrong sport.
Yeah, definitely wrong
sport. But there's
sport.
a net, so hey, I'll give him that.
Well, the net size much smaller, though.
Well, I had to look for something they had in common, Manny.
Jazang here will take the inbound pass. 3 ball on the way. Back iron, no good. Fine for the rebound. It's Oye Little. Timeline. Outside.
Hey,
this time off the ref's head. As Michael and Mary couldn't hang on to that long cross-court pass. Viewpoint will retain possession.
At the rate we're going here, I'm going to put on a hard hat, okay?
Well, we're definitely in the line of fire, Gene.
Point blank.
Yeah, definitely want to watch out for that one. Knox with the ball. Looks for a lane and said he'll kick it away over to Jazang. Jazang back to Knox. Top of the key. 4:35 left to go. 20 in the shot clock. Denloy. High pass.
Nice
Arslanian to
Nice
Knox.
save.
Spin and a rejected by Serby. Other way. Johnny Knox loses the ball, and it's Arslanian now. Crossing the timeline, going the other way. Coast to coast. Trying to set up for the screen to Samuel, but they're not going to give it. Arslanian with the lay-in. It's now a LaSalle 1-point advantage.
Reisman was trying to go for the flop, and he didn't get the call.
Couldn't sell it, even if he's trying to sell knives from the big-time company. 3 ball on the way, in and out, no good. As it goes out of bounds, last touch by the Lancers. A big adjustment by J.J. Prince. You can definitely tell they're much different compared to that first half.
Oh, yeah, they came out of that locker room, and they had determination and will, and they outscored them real quickly, 7-2 at one point.
Denloy with the top of the key, back to Jazang. Outside Denloy, thought about 3 ball, but no, it's going to be given to Knox. Knox will pump, back iron on the shot, no good, getting his own rebound. It's going to be loose and out of bounds.
Knox tried to draw the foul. He drove the baseline, pump fake, tried to catch the defender coming down and make some contact. Referee wasn't going to buy it. Ball out of bounds, stays with the Patriots.
So a 1-point advantage, Gene. They were down by as many as 6. In fact, maybe 8 or 9 in that first half, but after that 5-point deficit going to the break, they've got a nice 1-point lead. Almost a travel, but they're not going to call it. Denloy back to the top. Arslanian spins. Rejected by Sammy, but it's going to be Jazang on the rebound. Tries to draw the foul, and he does. Sells it perfectly as Michael Ameri might have got his feet tangled after the jump.
Foul number 15, Michael Ameri, the foul is first of the game. At the line for Viewpoint, number 21, Christian Jazang.
For Michael Ameri, that'll be his first, only the team's second. A bit different of foul calls on both sides. Free throw on the way Jazang up and good.
Zhang's on fire in this quarter, man. Unofficially, I got him for 9 points.
Yeah, definitely 9 points out of the 11 scored by the Lancers. Second free throw on the way, make that 12. Matching the biggest lead of the night.
He's a one-man crew right now. He had 8 at the half. They had 3 players with 8 at the half. Now he's just taking the team on his shoulders and have carried him here in this third period.
About half of the team's 38 points, 19 total. And a whistle inside, and free throws are coming for LaSalle as Christian Oye-Little will head to the line.
Fouls number 15. Aram Arslanian with a foul, his second of the game. At the line for the Lancers, number 5, Christian
And he's become
Oye-Little.
big, Gene, here at this point, considering how many times the Lancers went to the charity stripe.
Yeah, they went to the charity stripe quite a bit in that first half.
First free throw circling in and out. That won't fall. Only his second miss of the night. 5 for 7 in total. And again, as they keep missing these free throws, they do start to add up. They missed 6 in the first half. Second free throw on the way, and that'll miss off the front rim.
And usually when you miss off the front end like that, it's fatigue. The legs are weak. He's been in foul trouble. He's been in and out. Not really in any rhythm.
On the inside, loose ball. It's going to be off the feet of LaSalle, it looks to be. No, they're going to say it's going to be off a Viewpoint instead. So LaSalle will retain possession. Fortunate for them enough that they've only seen their deficit against them grow as big as 3 throughout the night.
Yeah. I mean, they have gone back and forth, but right now, Zhang has really, really done it for the Patriots and get them this lead that he's gotten. He's gotten unofficially 10 points in this quarter.
It is Knox, a nice crossover. And how about that move, Gene? Cuts the lead down to 1. Johnny Knox.
Now, I haven't seen moves like that since back in the 70s when disco was in.
When you had hair, too.
Yeah.
And how about that return to center? Count the bucket and the foul. Aram Arslanian along the baseline, up and in. 40-37 as the Patriots again with the adjustment looking A-OK so far in this third quarter.
Aram Arslanian.
Arslanian with that basket, now attempted three-point play here. Foul was called on Reinsman. That's its third personal for the Lancers.
Arslanian now ready to go for the three-point play. Hits the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Sammy.
Nobody in the lane for the Patriots, man. They thought that was kind of odd, giving up the rebound.
Decided with the three-point lead, they're going to let the defense do all the talking. And that they might, but Oye-Little comes up with the basketball after the bad pass. And instead, I believe Arslanian will draw that foul as LaSalle was pushing inside.
Foul number 15. Aram Arslanian with the foul, his third of the game.
Arslanian's foul, that'll be his third already.
And Oye-Little going to the line again. He's going to be shooting his ninth free throw as he gets to the line. Right now, he is 6 for 9.
Like we mentioned, Gene, it becomes big because that's the kind of offense that LaSalle's been playing all night. They are not afraid to throw their body inside and see if they can get lucky, and they have been quite a bit tonight. First free throw on the way by Oye-Little. That's up and good.
Now, there's nothing wrong with playing a fast-paced game like this, and when you drive to the basket, because this is the results you want. You want to get to the charity stripe, but you got to capitalize. Because if you don't make the basket and you don't make the free throw, then all you're doing is wasting time, and that you could be cutting into a lead or increase or deficit with the clock being stopped.
Oye-Little's second shot, and that one will fall true. So the lead out back down to 1 here for Viewpoint. 40-39 with just under 2:15 in this third quarter. Denloy. Jazang back to Denloy, top of the key. Knox on the inside. 20 on the shot clock now. Jazang with the post up inside. Instead he'll go on the bad pass and wide open. It's Michael Amiri. Had the layup. Johnny Knox. And how about that? Mike Jones. Mike Jones. Wow.
I want to know who put the trampoline out there for Jones to get up that high. Holy cow, did he come up from nowhere?
Didn't even need to get that high either.
No, he almost caught the shot. That's how high he got. What a job by Jones.
He was like a tiger pouncing on his prey. And
Wow.
he just, like stealth, coming out of nowhere, and then
he makes the steal.
Gets the steal on his own. Mike Jones helping out the defense for Viewpoint. On the other end, it's Jazang. Kiss off the glass. Count that one. Back to a 3-point lead.
And back and forth we go.
Under 2 to go. Again, LaSalle here down by 3. Oy Little, baseline, hit inside. Doesn't get the foul, but he'll get the kiss off the glass anyway. Lead back down to 1 here for Viewpoint. They've had this game in control for most of this third.
13 points for Oy Little in the game.
They're down by as many as 5. And a foul there against Johnny Knox as he tried to go in on the steal. And you can just tell right now, maybe a bit of a panic right now for LaSalle in this Lancer defense.
Yeah, it looks like they're pressing a little bit, but, you know, with a 1-point ball game and a whole fourth period to go yet, there's no need to press. All you got to do is capitalize at the line when you're getting opportunities to shoot free throws, and then they're not doing it.
And they have been a lot of times, but they just, like you mentioned, Gene, they've been missing more than they have needed to. Jazang, 3-ball, big go! The unexpected 3, and the man of the hour, 14 points in this third quarter.
Yeah, that's his second 3 of this quarter.
Biggest lead of the night now for the Patriots, too. Can't get the shot, but Samuel will get the putback for an iron up and good. Lead now down to 2 for the Patriots. Jazang, kick out. Denloy, 3-ball, nothing but air, and it's rebounded by Oy Little. On the other end, it's Kenneth Franklin who gets hit inside, but it's going to be out of bounds. Last touch there by Viewpoint.
Denloy, he just went back and stripped Franklin of that ball, man. He waited, he pump faked, and he was going to go back up, and he got stripped.
Under 40 ticks left to go here, third quarter of play. And LaSalle here trying to see if they can match or tie this ball game. An official's timeout, and I believe, talking to head coach J.J. Prince. Unsure what about, though.
I have no idea. Clarification of why it went out of bounds. Why is it the Lancers' ball? It's the only thing I can think of.
Either way, it'll be LaSalle with the basketball here again, down by 2. About a 3-second difference between the shot and the game clock. Outside, it's Franklin. Franklin with 15. He's thinking he's going to kick it in. I'd rather shoot it inside, but it's going to be taken away there by Mike Jones, who gets pushed down to the floor. And a very bad foul there by Kobian. Unnecessary, so to speak. Already his third foul. Now he sits in foul trouble and might have to hit the bench for a bit.
Yeah, he picks up this 4th foul, and that's really not a very smart foul.
Right, he does pick up his, looks like to be maybe his 3rd, but either way, he actually will stay on the court to close out the 3rd, and with 13 ticks left, LaSalle, Gene.
Correction on the foul. The foul's on number 22, A.J. Okobian.
Right now for Viewpoint, they might have a chance to hold on to this lead to close out the 3rd. Something much different compared to the first 2 quarters. Under 10 ticks left, top of the key. It's Randall White on the outside. Akpoy loses the ball. Back to the top, Jazang, 3-ball to close out the 3rd. Big go! Jazang! 3 threes on the 3rd. A grand total of 17 points in that 3rd quarter alone. Unbelievable.
And he had 8. Oh no, he had nothing going into the half.
That's the kind of second half power you're looking for. Biggest lead of the night for Viewpoint, a 5-point advantage 1 quarter left to go, and like we mentioned, Gene, this Viewpoint team really turned it around in these last 8 minutes. Well, they definitely got a talking to but J.J. Prince, but I think it was more the fact to really get adjusted to Viewpoint's offense, rather to LaSalle's offense. Not as many fouls compared to the first and second quarter especially, and the aggression kind of loosening up a little bit.
Yeah, they sure did, and you know, they just had a great quarter, 24 points in this quarter. I mean, and you have Jazang with 18 of the 24. I mean, and he had no points going into the second half. He was 0. Hadn't even taken a shot, if I can't recall. Late free throws at least. You know, what an out production there. And then for LaSalle, you have 6 points in the quarter for a total of 13 for Oilittle. He gets 6 in the quarter. And then 4 points for Reisman, the center. Gives him a total of 6 for the game. But you just got to shut down number 21.
Yeah, definitely a far different affair compared to that first half here for Viewpoint as they are enjoying a nice 5-point lead. Jazang has been the man of the hour thus far. On the take, can't get it, but the second chance by Alan Akobian up and rather Arama Aslani and up and good. So now a 7-point lead, again the biggest of the night here for Viewpoint. Little drawing the foul as he drove to the basket. They're going to say it's going to be a floor foul. And right now for head coach Mike Lynch, he, well, is unpleased with how the turnaround has gone against him.
Jones gets his 3rd personal. 14 foul for the Patriots. The ball will be out of bounds, and Little with the ball. Going to take it out.
Jones will stay on the court, though. And again, with so many players in foul trouble, though no player here for Viewpoint with 4 fouls. So that's definitely a bit of an advantage. Espinoza with the basketball, crossing, but will back away to the timeline. Soft guard on the inside, it is Dinloy. To Knox, outside, looks for a spot. He'll kick out of the leaning J. Back iron, no good. Sammy going for the rebound, but it'll be Oilittle who will pick it right up. Will back away, thought about it, and a whistle. It's an official's timeout, and yet again,
I don't know what
it's because of the shot clock. The shot clock didn't go off, so they had to take 4 off the shot clock.
Well, they didn't. They reset it.
Yeah, that they didn't. So refs saw that and they decided to give it to him. So 4 coming off the shot clock. 31 left, and just over a minute gone by. Little, top of the key, guarded by Jones.
There's Sam coming around with the screen. Here comes the screen on Jones.
Sammy on the screen.
Little pick and roll.
Thought he had it, but instead it was Mike Jones coming in for the defense. And Jones actually will pick up the foul. Rather, it's going to be Matt Kern, and that'll be his 2nd. So actually, Jones might have got away with something. Could have been his 4th.
And that picks up the 15th foul. Still got one to give.
Baseline J, side rim, no good, and it's going to be rebounded by Arslanian.
That's the 2nd shot in this second half. Little been short.
Arslanian, fadeaway J, up and good. He's got 4 points in this 4th and final quarter. All 4 of them have come from his hands. And for LaSalle and Mike Lynch, they will definitely talk it over.
You know, Manny, you look at that 3rd period where the Patriots kind of took the lead, and when you get outscored by 10, 24-14, and you have one individual with 18 of, I mean, he had 18 of the 24 in that quarter. I mean, he just got ignited there. So, I mean, you just got to make the most of it now. Get down in this 4th quarter, make the stretch. You're only down by 9, but you still got to capitalize at the line, and that's something they were not doing.
Well, I think the big issue here for LaSalle will be how aggressive they play. They're trying to draw the fouls as much as they can, as they did in that first half. A little loose compared to the second. But at the same time, right now for the Lancers, maybe changing up the offense a bit, they definitely need to get some sort of offense running, as right now the foul regime doesn't seem to be working all that well right now.
Well, For Viewpoint, at the end of 3 quarters, they had 15 personal fouls, which put LaSalle at the line. They were 15 of 23 at the line up until that 3rd period. So, I mean, there's an 8-point differential right there, and you're only down by 9. So, how important one little statistic can show how big of it means in the game at the end of the picture.
And right now for Viewpoint, thinking about maybe going on a full court, but Mike Jones will back off. It's Espinoza outside. It's Oye Little. Back to the top. It's Johnny Knox. Knox top of the key. 3-ball in the way. Nothing but air. It'll go out of bounds, and Viewpoint looks to be settling in.
And that's one of the things you could tell when these guys have played 3 quarters and more at this pace is endurance and who's in shape. And when you start coming up short like that, Oye Little's been short. Now this shot was short. You could tell the fatigue factor is starting to kick in on the legs.
That it is. And at the same time here for the Patriots, they look to be the much more conditioned team. 3-ball in the way. Arslanian, back iron, no good. Oye Little could not hang on to the basketball, going for the rebound.
And there's no communication there. He was the only individual on the left side of the basket and nobody talking to him. So he thinks he has some Patriots around him. He tries to tip it and in the process loses it out of bounds.
Under 2 now, exactly 2 gone by in this 4th and final quarter. A shot here for Viewpoint will put it to double digits on their lead. And a whistle and an offensive foul going the other way.
They're going to call illegal screen on Matt Kern.
And for Kern, that will be his 3rd. And more importantly, Gene, that puts LaSalle in the bonus now.
Yeah, and so every time the whistle blows now, they're going to be shooting at least 1, possibly 2, depending on the call.
Oye Little with the spin, loses the ball. And going in on that steal was Michael Baracha.
A little bit out of control, Oye Little there. Little spinning, losing the ball, but luckily for LaSalle, they maintain possession.
Over 2 gone by in this 4th and final quarter. On the spin, baseline Jay gets it rejected by Okparacha. On the other end, it is Denloy with a nice kiss off the glass and in. 11-point Viewpoint lead now.
And that's Denloy's first basket since the 2nd period.
Johnny Knox thinking as if there was maybe should have been a foul called as he was nicked inside, but the ball was loose off his hands and last touch by Viewpoint. So an 11-point Viewpoint lead. They were down by as many as 7, and now they're sitting on the driver's seat.
Plenty of time still. LaSalle needs to just take their time, look for opportunities, and make the most of when they get a possession. And they got to get stops on defense.
Fadeaway Jay by Oye Little, but rebounded after the miss. And that's the call. Johnny Knox could hang on with the basketball as it crosses the timeline, over and back.
See, when you get opportunities, you got an offensive rebound, you get a second opportunity, and you try to kick it out like that, and an errant pass causes you a backcourt violation. That's not capitalizing on chances when you get second opportunities. You do a job of getting an offensive rebound, and you throw it away on a backcourt violation.
5:08 left to go, and like you mentioned, Gene, time well on their side right now, but it seems to be ticking down rather quickly. Arslanian. Denloy. Top of the key. Now on the outside.
Nice ball movement by the Patriots. Running shot clock, and that got an illegal screen.
Another illegal screen.
Offensive foul on Viewpoint.
Unsure of the number, but either way, that came way off the ball.
Foul number 11, Shio Denloy with a foul.
It'll be called against Shio Denloy, but that'll be his 3rd.
When they're coming up and setting these picks for the ball handler, man, they got to give the defensive person room to turn. And when you don't give them room to turn, that or a moving screen, that's what you're going to get called. In this particular case, he didn't give the defensive end any turn.
Just over 3 gone by. Oye Little, front iron, no good. It's going to be rebounded by Denloy of Viewpoint.
Another short shot from the floor.
On the other end, the kiss off the glass, and that's Michael Okparacha. And another timeout called by LaSalle as then things start to go a bit against them. The lead now to 13 for the Patriots.
And those last two possessions by LaSalle pretty much sums up how this second half has went. They got an offensive rebound. They tried to kick it out, overthrew it, got the backcourt violation. The Patriots capitalized on it. Then you turn around, you come down here, and you have an opportunity to score again, and you take a nice, decent jump shot. But again, no legs on the shot. He's short on the shot. Doesn't get the love on the top of the roll. Gets the ball the other way. They capitalize on a transition game. So the fatigue factors sitting in, the turnovers and the missed free throws combined are the reasons why Viewpoint has a substantial lead here with 4:32 to go.
Well, now you can take away, actually, Gene, that the free throw ordeal. I mean, now at this point with Viewpoint's offense is changing completely. Now it becomes a matter of, well, at this point, LaSalle's offense really hasn't changed. Their game plan didn't really change. The adjustments very little. I mean, they're trying to play aggressive inside, but the refs are putting the whistles in their pockets a bit more.
The fouls haven't been called as much here in this fourth quarter, but I think what Viewpoint is exploiting is the conditioning that they're in. They're in a lot better shape. They're beating them to the loose balls. They're pushing the ball in transition. They're getting layups on the other end. Shots are falling short for LaSalle. All these signs are factors of fatigue by LaSalle, and they're just not in that much shape, and the Patriots are taking advantage of it and exploiting that.
Under 4:30 left to go. LaSalle trying to get something, can't get it. Second chance. It is Alon Okobian who goes up for the land on the second opportunity. He'll head to the line as Viewpoint draws yet another foul.
Foul number 15, Aram Arslani with a foul.
It'll be called against Aram Arslani, and that'll be his fourth. Foul away from riding the bench the rest of the night.
He's got 18 points in this game, so we'll see how that plays out.
First free throw on the way, that's going to be up and good.
I mean, that's the first point, Manny, of the fourth quarter for LaSalle, and it comes with almost half the period gone. They had 43 at the quarter. They have 44 now.
Second free throw on the way, and that's going to fall true. Kobian makes both, back to an 11-point lead. And LaSalle, they need to get some stops quickly. Another whistle and a foul as Kenneth Franklin along the timeline will draw it.
Number 14, Kenneth Franklin with the foul, first of the game.
At this point now for Viewpoint, they will head to the line for at least 1-1 with any whistles after that.
Yeah, they have no more to give. Every time the whistle now, we're shooting both ways in the bonus.
Patriots get a score here, and this could make it all that much tougher to come back. Fresh shot clock here as Jazang crosses the timeline. Guarded by Knox, near side. Tries to find something, backs off to reset the offense. Denloy wanted the basketball, but it'll be Jazang that'll keep it. And a 5-second call. Held onto the ball a bit too long.
Good defense by LaSalle. They picked him up high at the timeline, and they put pressure on the ball throughout that possession. And the lack of knowledge of the 5-second rule, or maybe they weren't paying attention. The referee was counting it flat out, and they got the turnover. Let's see what LaSalle does if they can capitalize on this turnover.
Definitely need to get a shot right here. They're going to try and go for the three ball on the way. Back iron, no good. On the rebound. And the putback and in, Alon Okobian. So Okobian now cuts the lead to single digits for Viewpoint. It's down to 9. Outside, it's Cody Knox, and a whistle. With the foul picked up away from the ball against the Lancers. It'll be called against Kenneth Franklin. That'll be his second. And 2 unnecessary fouls that'll put Seo Denloy to the free throw line.
And with the one-on-one, he'll be shooting. Makes the first, will get the second. This is clock stop, but it doesn't help when you exchange baskets like that. You get an offensive rebound putback, and now you turn around and call a foul. Gives them a chance to get back the 2 points you gave up.
Free throw on the way. Back iron, no good, and LaSalle gets a bit of a break. Under 3:30 left to go, fourth and final quarter. It's Knox driving to the lane. He goes off the glass and in. Back down to a 7-point deficit. And a whistle timeout as J.J. Prince rushes over to the ref, and he'll want a quick 20-second timeout.
Well, I mean, it's only a 7-point game here. I mean, plenty of time, but you got to get stops. You can't foul, because anytime you foul, they're shooting either a two-shot foul or a one-on-one situation. So basically, you got to get some stops. You can't afford to give the Patriots any second, third opportunities, because if they do, the smart thing to do, if you have an easy putback, go ahead. But if you don't, kick it back out and run some more shot clock. And I'm sure that's something that Coach Prince is talking about right now. Don't be aggressive on offense. The shot clock, the game clock is our ally right now. Use it.
At the same time, 7-point lead. It's not all that comfortable, though. I mean, LaSalle's getting their stops, Gene, and every shot that they make obviously cuts down the deficit, so to speak. At the same time, it's how conservative do you play at this point if you're the Patriots?
Well, you play conservative when you bring the ball up. I mean, you run your offense. Don't if you got a backdoor, a layup, something like that, go for it. But or an easy putback on an offensive rebound. But if it's something way out, don't take the three. Run the clock, run your offense, look for the open man, run it down to 7-8 seconds, and then see what you've got to do.
Arslanian looking for something. He gets the sell on the fake and gets the kiss off the glass and in. Back to a 9-point lead.
They got to clear out. Everybody cleared out to the right side, and he went down the left side and was able to get the layup.
Whistle on the floor, and the Patriots yet to pick up another foul. And for Mike Jones, who drew it, that'll be his fourth. Johnny Knox here at the line to shoot the 1-and-1, the last 1-and-1 for LaSalle here tonight. First free throw on the way, and that'll fall true. And that's the guy you want at the line, Gene. He's only missed 2 out of a grand total of 9 attempts.
That's correct. He's only missed 2. He had 7 points at the half. He's got 5 points in the second half, a total of 12.
Second free throw on the way, and that'll fall true as well. So the lead now cut down to 7. 58-51.
I'm surprised the Lancers are not any type of full court press.
Along the baseline, count it! Aram Arslanian will head to the line for the 3-point advantage, and LaSalle just gave that one up.
Fouls number 22. A.J. Okogie with the fouls, fourth of the game.
Chance for a 3-point play, and that is his 8th point of the quarter, Manny.
So it was Juzang in the third, and then responding right away, Arslanian, again, 8 points, matching what he had in that first half.
Yeah, he finished the third quarter with 14, so this will give him 22 points in the game.
So he missed the free throw. That'll keep the lead to 3 possessions. Boy, Little thought he had it, but he'll head to the line anyway.
Fouls number 3, Cody Knox, his 4th foul of the game.
So Cody Knox, he'll pick up the foul. That his 4th, and surprising to say, Gene, with again so many whistles against the Patriots, no one is riding the bench the rest of the night.
Oy Little 7 for 10 at the line already. A chance to make two more points.
First free throw and good. And again, that cuts the lead down to 8.
This is exactly what Coach Lentz needs. He needs the clock stopped. He needs his team to go to the line and capitalize on opportunities like this. And Oy Little's been doing that all game long. He had a little bit of foul trouble, kind of minimized his play in the first half, but he's answered back well here in the second half.
Second free throw on the way up and good, and that's now cut the lead to 7. Arslanian getting double teamed right across full court. He'll try to go coast to coast as that shot goes in and out. And now here comes LaSalle in transition. It is Knox. Can't get the lay and thought he had the foul, but a whistle anyway. And I think that's going to go against Viewpoint.
Yeah, they got the foul on the offensive rebound attempt.
Foul LaSalle.
Rather, it's going to be against LaSalle. And that's free throws because it was a loose ball.
And that's going to be his 5th foul.
At the line for Viewpoint, number 3, Cody Knox.
Kobe, and that's his 5th personal foul. And I guess they got him for over the back or pushing the back because it looked like he was trying to go for the offensive rebound that was missed by Knox.
So a very tough foul there by LaSalle's defense, going for the rebound. 2:17 left to go, and you just hope, if you're a Lancer fan, that Cody Knox misses the front end to give his team a bit of life.
And Sean Espinoza, the junior, is going to come in for the disqualified player.
First free throw on the way, and that's going to be up and good. And that puts a big damper on the potential LaSalle comeback. 8 points and now 3 possessions. Knox here, second free throw on the way, front iron no good. So a bit of a consolation for the Lancers as they only make 1 of 2. Oye Little goes in, loose ball, and it'll be called against Viewpoint again.
And that's going to be number 5.
And for Michael Paracha, that's only his 2nd, though. So for LaSalle, rather for the Patriots, they have the right guys inside. Seems like the ones who have 4 fouls are hanging around outside. They don't want to be a part of it.
No, and the thing is, for LaSalle, they got the right guy at the line.
First free throw on the way, and that's up and good. Like you mentioned, Christian Oye Little has only missed 2 free throws on quite a bit of attempts. And this all-important free throw here for LaSalle will cut it to a 2-possession game. Oye Little's free throw on the way, and that's going to rattle in, and now it's going to be rebounded by Jazang.
A little too hard on the release.
And that does a lot of damage for that potential LaSalle comeback. Arslanian outside, near side, back to Jazang. Heavy guarded by Oye Little, has to back off to reset the offense. 15 on the shot clock. Jazang looks, crosses, spins, kick inside. Can he get the putback? Yes, he can. Cody Knox. And a timeout here called by LaSalle. Big shot for Cody Knox to put the lead back up to 10.
And very unselfish play by Eisman. He played for the pump fake, got him to leave his feet, but he saw Knox underneath for the high percentage shot, and he got it to go. Very unselfish play.
Now the big question here, Gene, is LaSalle here down by 9. Head coach Mike Lynch, does he tell him to go for the 3 right away, or do you keep contesting inside and see if you can get lucky for the foul?
No, I would keep driving to the basket and draw the foul and see what you can get and results out of it. But also, if I'm Coach Lynch, I'm also doing my homework and finding out who is the worst percentage free throw shooter on the floor for the Patriots, because that's the guy I'm going to go for. If I don't get the steal in the backcourt, I'm going to go ahead and start fouling, making their lower percentage free throw shooter go to the line. So we'll see if they have that information there with the staff to see who's on the floor as they come out of the huddle and which one of these guys is the lowest free throw percentage shooter.
So 1:39 left to go in this one. And right now for LaSalle, they need a bit of magic as they'll have the ball right here, down by 9.
It looks like he's 0 for 3 at the line, and Jones hasn't shot a free throw today in this game. So the other ones are pretty decent at the line. So if I'm Coach Lynch, I might be looking at fouling those 2 individuals, especially number 11, DeLoyne.
It's Knox, baseline. Thought about shooting, instead loses the ball, but Viewpoint was last to touch.
In the game for LaSalle, number 15, Michael Mario.
About 92 seconds left in this one. LaSalle, they need a big bucket to stay alive. 3 ball, nothing but the side rim. On the rebound, though, it's Oye Little. He'll get the foul, but couldn't close out the shot. Either way, they're going to get a chance at points with the clock stopped.
Fouls on Mike Jones. That's his 4th. Coach put in Armiro. He already has 1 3-pointer today, and he tried to shoot another one there. That's why he came into the game.
Trying to get their specialists on the court to see if they can cut the deficit quickly, but obviously that first take just could not happen. Oye Little's here. First shot of 2, and that's going to rattle in and out. Much needed free throws, and just his 3rd miss of the night.
In the game for Viewpoint number 15, Aram Arslanian.
The all-important second free throw to see if they can maybe cut it to 8.
That's his 2nd miss in a row, though. One was the heel of the rim. This was one of those rounders.
Second one on the way, and that one's going to rattle in and out yet again. Keeping this at a 9-point advantage with the basket wide open, and a potential gift as Johnny Knox could not retain the basketball.
Viewpoint ball.
It'll be Viewpoint basketball, 1:20 left to go. Jazang with the ball, and he'll get it stripped off as he'll head to the line for 2. And I think at this point for LaSalle, it just becomes now a matter of, well, put him to the line and then hope you miss. It'll be double bonus time for the Patriots.
The line for Viewpoint number 21, Christian Juzang.
Jordan Gonzalez with the foul for the Lancers, his 1st.
In the game for the Patriots, number 1, Mike Jones.
And at this point, with a 10-point lead, you wanted to put some guys in who can maybe draw some quick fouls, and you just pray that you get some misses here and there. Second free throw on the way up and good. Back to the largest lead of the night for the Patriots at 11, 65-54. Baseline, it's Kenneth who gets rejected, and the Patriots will take the ball and head back the other way for 2.
And that was a foul just to stop the clock, and like you just said, Manny, hopefully they miss.
At the line for Viewpoint number 3, Cody Knox. Timeout taken by LaSalle, 1:11 remaining in the ballgame. It's a Viewpoint Patriots 65.
And a timeout called here by LaSalle, and here down by 11. They were up by as many as 7 points in that second quarter, but like you mentioned, Gene, fatigue, experience, all that becoming a factor for LaSalle. This is definitely a learning experience.
Well, it is, and then when LaSalle gets its first point of the 4th quarter with almost half the quarter already gone, I mean, and you get outscored in the 3rd quarter by 10, 24-14. You could just see all the momentum coming out of that half that Viewpoint had, and they came right back into that lead, led by that 18 points by Jazang. He just came out and got the 18 points in that 3rd quarter to ignite them, and then pretty much everybody else has just kind of just carried on that baton, so to speak, and increasing this lead. And you could see the fatigue factor setting in with LaSalle, like you mentioned earlier in the 3rd period in the second half. Viewpoint really didn't do much to their offense. It's just the fact that they were just beating them on transition, beating them on the boards, beating them on loose balls, anticipating passes, stepping into the passing lanes. They were doing all the things that a team that's on their toes will do instead of a team that's on their heels.
Cody Knox at the line here, shooting 2. First one will fall true, and this one will make it a 5-position game if he can make this one, and that he cannot, rattling in and out. So maybe it's just a tad bit of life. 3 ball in the way. Side rim, no good, and I think that might just do it as Jazang will pick up the rebound.
And that's what Aramiro's in there for. He was in there to take threes.
Couldn't get that one to connect, and now for Jazang, he'll head to the line to 2 for 2 shots.
At the line for the Patriots, number 21.
And for Viewpoint, it's just a matter of just holding on. You got to love the way they changed things up in the second half.
Yeah, and you got to credit Coach Prince. I mean, he went in there into half. He was down. He moraled his team. He talked about, we're not changing anything on offense. We need to do a few things on defense. But I guess he saw that he was the better conditioned team and went ahead and told him, you know what, let's just run, gentlemen.
Knox, 3-ball, back iron, no good. Zhang rather Knox on the rebound. And another foul as Dinloy will head to the line. Under a minute to go. And, you know, you credit back to that first timeout that they called early in that first quarter, because he knew that that was not the team he saw from the first 29 games, or rather 31 games. So obviously that first time out, just sending a message to his team to play a tad bit better. Well, they needed about a quarter and a half to get used to things, and they really took control in the second half.
And it's one of those things where you look at these two teams, man. I mean, overall records of, Viewpoint comes in with a 25-6 record. LaSalle came in with a 23-7 record. You know, both finished second and third in their leagues respectively. Nobody was really, dominant if you look at the numbers and statistics where they finished and how they placed overall. You know, they may have played some tougher opponents in preseason tournament play or other leagues, depending on the strength of the leagues. But the thing is, they came in here, and this first quarter, it was a back-and-forth ball game. It was a close ball game. I mean, halftime, you're looking at a 29-24 contest. But then the third quarter is what really turned things around. You know, Viewpoint went trailing by 5 to take a 6-point lead, a 5-point lead, outscoring them by 10 in the quarter. And then it's just like the fourth quarter started, and LaSalle took a half a quarter to get started. And when you're down by so many to start the final period, and it takes you a half the period to get going, you're really digging yourself a hole that you're really not going to come out of. And nothing different than what Viewpoint did. Viewpoint didn't change the strategy, didn't change their offense, had people with foul trouble, didn't change the personnel as well. They just went out there and just ran the ball.
13-point lead as Knox makes that free throw. Along the baseline, long 3-ball, back iron, no good. Dinloy with the rebound, and another foul as at this point LaSalle just playing a bit desperate.
This is going to be the longest 43.3 seconds. We'll see.
I think LaSalle hoping for some big magic, but this lead seems to be far-fetched as they're going to call this a... I thought it was going to be a clear path foul, but instead it'll be just a common foul. And
well, both teams are in the double bonus, so you're shooting 2 regardless. Well, I'll tell you, Friday night out here in Santa Ana, you got 3 finals tonight, all on the NFHS network. This is game 2. We still have 1 more to go. Had a great first game between Sacred Heart from Montebello, and then you had St. Anthony's from Long Beach, the Saints. And so, Cantwell and Sacred Heart, that was a good contest between those girls, and there was some good individual play. And on these guys, it was just a matter of time before one of these teams ran out of gas, and one did.
Yeah, LaSalle had a great first 2 quarters, but fatigue just playing a big factor. Foul called inside, as Michael Okparacha might have been the culprit. Either way, it'll be Kenneth Franklin to the line. Like we mentioned for LaSalle, definitely a lot to learn by. Viewpoint, though, looking rather tough. And they look pretty fine-tuned going into this state tournament next week.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I think Viewpoint was here last year, Manny. And the experience that they brought to this game, against a first-year coach, with Coach Lynch. But Lynch is no familiar to what he's doing. He's getting these kids to believe in his program, where he's been successful. He embedded it in them what he believes in, his philosophies, and they bought into it and respectively finished second. Second in the Del Rey League. So I mean, they did a really good job, and they walk away not accomplishing what they wanted to do tonight, but they walk away with a finalist appearance. They walk away with the first-year coach taking them to the extreme, taking them to the limit, and giving a really good first half against a very experienced Viewpoint Patriot team. And there's nothing to be ashamed about for LaSalle. They really came in here and played. They just came up against a well-conditioned and overmatched team.
But it'll be all Viewpoint as they celebrate at midcourt. Viewpoint, your Division 4A Southern Section Division champions.
Congratulations, LaSalle. They're your 2016 Division 4A.
A 68-56 final. Viewpoint winners over LaSalle. And again, like you mentioned, Gene, that experience and the fine tune that J.J. Prince brought to the court tonight. Slow to start, but they went fast to the finish.
Yeah, they did. And you could see the first half, LaSalle was in there. LaSalle had the lead at halftime. But you could just, it was one of these things where you go in the locker room, okay, guys, we've been here before. We know what we need to do. We need to adjust here on a little few things, but we're not going to change anything. We're just going to capitalize because I feel that we can really push these guys. The inexperience that LaSalle brings, we can go ahead and exploit that. The young kids on the team, which they're getting experienced. I'm sure that Coach Lynch will have him back here in the future. That's his repertoire. That's his thing, and he's done it and he's proven it before. So I mean, it's a good start for LaSalle. It's a good recognition for the program and for the school. But when you go against a team confident and experienced and better conditioned, your odds of winning that contest are not very good. And that's what Viewpoint did. They didn't panic. They went in at halftime down. They just went ahead and said, okay, guys, let's step it up a notch.
Well, that they did, Gene. And again, a big win for Viewpoint. Again, your Division 4A basketball, Southern Section boys basketball champions. We'll sign out. As a matter of fact, we'll give you guys the pleasure to watch a bit of the trophy ceremony. We got our last game of the night. The Division 3A final in the girls' side between Antelope Valley and La Cañada. From all of us here in the NFHS Network, Adam Stebbins, our camera guy, Mike McGeary, our producer, Gene Barnes, our color man. Manny News with the call on this one. Again, the final score, 68-56 as Viewpoint takes down LaSalle. This has been a production of the NFHS Network. For more, log on to NFHSnetwork.com. Good night, and we'll see you back in a few minutes.
Don't go away. We got one more.